Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Sit down, please. I'd like to speak English today too, to improve my speaking skill. Let's get it started. Today, it is January 5th, 2023. It's on Thursday today, and it's sunny outside. How are you spending Thursday today? Are you still on vacation, or working, or studying? How are you spending Thursday? What day do you like in a week? I'm sure many of people don't like Monday because Monday is the first day of the week for many people. They have to go back to the normal orbit after the vacation, so which will be tiring a little. When I went to Tokyo, I saw some police cars with the letter written Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department on the body. When I saw the letter, I felt I was in Tokyo now. I often confuse the National Police Agency with Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. I often confuse the National Police Agency with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. Both the National Police Agency and Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department are located in Tokyo. The National Police Agency is located in Tokyo. Both the National Police Agency and Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department are located in Tokyo, situated in Tokyo, sited in Tokyo. The National Police Agency. The National Police Agency. Have you been to the National Police Agency? The National Police Agency. Excuse me, I'd like to know where the National Police Agency located. Excuse me, I'd like to know where the National Police Agency is located. I'm sure I'm nearby, but I don't know which way to go. Could you tell me? Excuse me, I'd like to go to the National Police Agency. I'm sure I'm almost there, but I'm lost. Could you tell me which way I should go to work? Which way I should walk to? Could you tell me which way I should walk to? The National Police Agency. I'd like to go to the National Police Agency. Excuse me, I'm lost. I'd like to go to the National Police Agency, but I don't know which way I should walk to. I'm sure I'm almost there, but I'm lost. The National Police Agency. Could you tell me the way to the National Police Agency? Could you tell me the way to the National Police Agency? The National Police Agency. It won't be until January 13th that the exam result is unveiled. My exam result is unveiled. It won't be until January 13th that my exam result is unveiled. It won't be until February 3rd that the exam result is announced, unveiled by the association entity. It won't be until February 3rd that the exam result is announced, unveiled, released by the association entity. It won't be until February 3rd that the exam result is unveiled. While I was proceeding along the riverbank, I saw some fish jumping off the water. When I was proceeding along the riverbank, I saw a couple of fish jumping off the water. When I was proceeding along the riverbank, I saw a couple of fish jumping off the water. Are you going to proceed along the same career? Are you going to proceed along the same career? Are you going to proceed along the same career? Please proceed along the train rail and then you'll find the destination. You will get to the destination in about 5 minutes. Please proceed along the train rail and then you will arrive at the destination. Please do not deviate from the train rail. Please do not deviate from the train rail. What were you doing in the run-up? If you had prepared enough in the run-up, you wouldn't have failed. The failure means you didn't prepare at all, even a little. Since I could get little run-up, since I couldn't get enough time for the run-up, I was obliged to omit some of the parts in the project. Since I had little time for the run-up, I was obliged to perform without enough preparation. Run-up, 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 run-up. You have the chance to surpass your rivals during the run-up, during the run-up, during the run-up, during the run-up, during the run-up. Run up. Run up. The restaurant adapts run-up time from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. What is the run-up time for the restaurant? Let me check the run-up time of the restaurant. Because it's worst when we arrive at the restaurant during the run-up time. Let me check the run-up time of the restaurant because it is the worst. It will be the worst that we arrive at the restaurant during the run-up time. Run-up. The restaurant adapts run-up time from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. Run up, run up, run up, run up. The restaurant adapts run-up time from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. During that time, we cannot enter. The customers cannot enter with some exception. Run-up. Some restaurants adapt run-up time after lunch, between lunch and dinner time. Some restaurants adapt run-up time, usually between lunch and dinner time. Run-up, 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 run-up. How long run-up can I get? How long run-up can I get? I got a week for the run-up. I got a week for the run-up. My friend visited me amid me showering. Amid me taking a shower. The bell rang amid my recording. The bell rang. The chime rang. The chime was sounded amid my studying. It is the worst. It is the worst to get stomachache amid examination. So I prepare enough so that I won't get stomachache during my examination. It is the worst to have stomachache amid the examination. So I usually keep in shape before the examination. Trying to eat healthy food and not eat much before the examination and so on. We can prepare to some extent, to a certain extent, to some degrees. Are you autonomous? Economically, financially, and emotionally. Autonomous vehicles will increase with time. Autonomous products will increase with time. I'm afraid autonomous machines might take over the society. I'm afraid that autonomous machines, AIs, robots, might take over the society. Autonomous. What's the decision? Autonomous, or mandatory, obligatory, compulsory. What do you think of the current compulsory education? autonomous, 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 autonomous. Was the decision autonomous? 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 Are you autonomous? Are you autonomous financially? Autonomous, autonomous, autonomous machines will increase. Autonomous machines, AIs, robots, autonomous machines will increase in the future, which might replace us as a new workers. Autonomous machines, robots will increase in the future, which many of them might replace us as new workers. Autonomous driving, autonomous driving, autonomous driving, autonomous operation, autonomous operation. I took the train with autonomous operation at the airport. I think many airports adapt autonomous vehicle, autonomous vehicle, autonomous driving vehicles, autonomous vehicle, autonomous driving, autonomous driving. I took the train at the airport with autonomous driving, 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 autonomous driving. Autonomous driving, autonomous, autonomous, autonomous. Autonomous, 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 autonomous driving. Autonomous machines and robots will increase in the future, but I'm afraid that they might replace us as new workers and steal many jobs. Autonomous machines and robots will increase in the future, but I'm afraid they might steal many of our jobs. Autonomous machines and robots will increase in the future to make the society more convenient. When it comes to the convenience, it will be good, but there are also demerits such as losing jobs and so on. Autonomous, autonomous, autonomous machines, autonomous driving, autonomous driving, autonomous driving, autonomous driving, autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous car, autonomous cars, autonomous cars, autonomous driving, autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous cars, autonomous cars, autonomous vehicles, 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 autonomous, 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 autonomous vehicles, autonomous, autonomous, autonomous. Was the decision autonomous? Was the decision autonomous? Autonomous, autonomous vehicles, autonomous cars, autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous, 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 autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous, 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 autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous vehicles, autonomous, 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 autonomous vehicles, autonomous, autonomous, autonomous. More and more things will be automated. More things will be automated for the convenience. More and more things are being automated for the convenience. More and more things are being automated. Many production assembly lines will be automated. More and more production assembly lines will be automated. All we have to do is to operate the machines. Maybe many productions are automated by machines. Many productions are automated by machines. Automated driving. What do you think of automated driving? Do you find it dangerous? Do you find it scary? Do you find it scary to ride a car with automated driving system? Do you find it scary to get on the car with automated driving system? Do you find it scary to drive your car with automated driving system? Automated driving, automated driving, automated driving, automated driving, automated driving, self-driving, automated driving, 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 automated, 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 automated driving. Excuse me, I'm looking for a kitchen knife which can slash vegetables easily. At the same time, it is very safe to use. Excuse me, I'm looking for a kitchen knife which can slash vegetables easily. At the same time with safe feature, especially for beginner, for cooking. Slashing labor hours is one of the strategies to cut down on the labor fees, labor cost, labor expenses. Some companies lay off employees to slash labor cost, labor expenses, operation expenses, operational expenses, operation expenses, operational expenses, operation expenses, operation cost, labor expenses. Some companies, when the economy turns recession, some companies lay off employees as a way to slash operation cost, operation expenses. More and more companies might lay off slash the number of employees because of the new technologies because of the new technologies such as AI robot machine, which might replace us as new workers. More and more companies might slash the number of employees because of the new technologies such as AI, robots, machines, which might replace us as new workers. Slash, slash, slash. The company is going to slash the number of employees because of the recession. Slash. The company slashed about 10% of the employees due to the recession. Downsizing. The company is going to slash about 10% of the employees for downsizing. Does your car have self-driving system? 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 Self-driving system, self-driving system, self-driving, self-driving, automated driving, self-driving, 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 self-driving. Self-driving, automated driving, and self-driving, 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 self-driving. Does your car have the self-driving system? Does your car have self-driving system? Does your car have self-driving system? Self-driving might be common in the future. Self-driving system might be common in the future. Self-driving 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 might be common in the future. I'm waiting for all of the cars to be automated perfectly, and all we have to do is to just to push the button and decide the destination, which would be very easy. And the interior of the car will be changed perfectly, because we don't have to drive a car with thanks to the automated driving. Maybe the inside of the car will be like one-room apartment, I guess. And the shape of the car will be drastically changed to make space like a one-room apartment. I guess. I'm not sure. But I hope so. It will be very easier to sleep inside the car until we get to the destination. For example, when we go to Osaka from Tokyo, we can have a sleep inside the car during the ride, which will be very easy. Which vehicles do you usually use for your traveling? Which vehicles do you like to use when you are travel? Vehicle. How do you pronounce vehicle? Vehicle. Which public transportation do you like? Which vehicle do you like to use when you travel? If I could restart my life, I would try to enter Japan Tourism Agency or the Foreign Ministry, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan. The travel agency informed the customers of the reason why the itinerary has been why the itinerary changed. The travel agency informed the customers of the cancellation of the tour due to typhoon. Japan Tourism Agency. The examination is conducted by the Japan Tourism Agency. Travel agency. There are many travel agencies out there. In order to get application forms, which can be obtained from both internet, from our web page and the office in Tokyo. I was glad when I heard that my idea was applied to the production line of the company. I was glad to hear that my idea was applied to the production line of the company. The application of the science into the medical world. The application of the science into the medical world. The application of music into the mental treatment. Music application into the mental treatment. The application of music to the mental treatment. Application. When is the application? When is the deadline of the application? When is the deadline of the application? As far as I know, it will be by Friday, I think, but I'm not sure. You should you had better check it. You had better consolidate. Look it up. You should look it up. You might as well look it up. The application of the debris to the wooden works is good, is stunning. His application of the wooden debris to the wooden works are great. The application of the vacant lot into the parking space. The application of the vacant lot into the parking space. The application of the vacant lot to the parking lot. According to the survey conducted by the entity, 50% of the passers-by were in favor of the taste of the new juice. According to the poll conducted by the entity from the passers-by around the train station, showed that 50% of the passers-by showed in favor of the new taste of the juice. I sought to enter the company, but I was rejected. I sought to enter the company, but I was rejected. Did you even seek to pass examination? Did you even seek to get a job? Did you even seek to get a job? I attempted to enter the company. I strove to enter the company. I sought to enter the company. I tried to enter the company. I struggled to enter the company. I attempted to enter the company. I attempted to get a job. I sought to get a job. I strove to get a job. I struggled to get a job. I tried to get a job. I sought to get a job. I sought to persuade her to stop crying. Hmm. 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 Many people seek to get a good deal, get good dealings on sale. Many people seek to get good dealings from the shop on sale. Many people seek to take advantage of the sales. Many people seek to take advantage of the sales. Many people seek to make the most of the sales. Many people sought to make the most of the sales taking place on the shop. Many people sought to buy masks soon after the pandemic. Many people sought to buy masks soon after the pandemic. To my surprise, he was promoted to the section chief. To everyone's surprise, I was promoted to the general manager. To everyone's surprise, I was promoted to the section chief. The entity is promoting the passers-by to buy environmentally friendly goods, 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 environmentally friendly goods. The company is promoting the development of semiconductor, efficient semiconductor. The city office is promoting the earlier preparation for winter. The government is promoting the earlier preparation for winter. The head of the city hall is promoting wearing high neck clothes for winter to save electricity. The mayor or the governor of the prefecture is promoting to wear high neck clothes to keep us warm, to keep employees warm and to save electricity. The governor of the prefecture promoted its employees to wear high-neck clothes to keep them warm. Thanks to the technology, thanks to the development of new technologies, the society is getting more convenient. I really hope that the new technologies will treat my atopic dermatitis perfectly. I am waiting for the new technology to eradicate my atopic dermatitis forever, for a good, permanently, perpetually, perfectly. I really hope that the new technologies of medical world will eradicate my atopic dermatitis eczema as soon as possible, as early as tomorrow. I really hope the new technologies of the medical world will eradicate my atopic dermatitis. I have to submit the draft to my boss by Friday. Are you writing the draft for the post? Yes, I'm making the draft. When do I have to submit the draft by? When do I have to submit the draft by? I'd like to know when I have to submit the draft by. There's no exact deadline for the submittance. Submit. I see. Draft. I'm making a draft of the post. I'm making a draft of the post. I'm making a draft of the post. I'm making a draft. I'm making a draft. I'm making a draft. Are you making a draft? Are you making a draft of the post? Are you making a draft of the painting? I'm making a draft of the layout of the room so that I can show that to my boss. I'm making a draft of my idea to show it to the executive members at the meeting. I'm making a draft of my idea to show that at the board of directors. I'm making a draft of my ideas to show those at the board of directors. Draft. Make a draft. Could you make a draft before explaining that to me? Could you make the draft of your idea concisely? Which will be the tool of whether or not we can accept or not. Could you make the draft of your idea, which would be one of the tools of whether or not we can accept it or not? Could you make the draft of your idea so that we can refer to that, so that we can so that we can refer to that. I have to make a draft of the layout of the room. The painter is making a draft of the painting. The painter is making a draft of the painting. We are making a draft of the project. The politician is making a draft of the bill. The politician is making a draft of the bill. The politician is making a draft of the bill. The draft of the music sheet was found from the room. We can see the draft of the piece at the museum. We can see the draft of the music piece at the museum, composed by the famous composer, musician. In the museum, we can see the drafts composed by the musician, made by the musician. In the museum, we can see the drafts of the music sheets before the creation. We can see some drafts of the music pieces before the completion, in the process of the completion. In the museum, we can see some drafts of the music pieces in the course of the completion in the museum. We can see some drafts of the music pieces in the museum. We can see some drafts of paintings and music pieces of the famous celebrity in the museum. We can see some drafts of music pieces in the museum. What are you drafting? The politician is drafting the bill. The politician is making the politician is drafting the bill. The politician is making a draft of the bill. The politician is drafting the bill. The politician is making the bill. The high school baseball player who can throw a ball at the speed of 150 kilometers per 150 kilometers was drafted to the major member. The high school baseball player who can throw the ball at the speed of 150 kilometers was drafted into the team. Draft. What are you drafting? I have to draft my ideas so that I can show them at the board of directors. I'm not sure if my ideas are accepted, but I just want to try. Okay? I'm drafting my ideas concisely so that I can show them at the board of directors. I'm not sure if they can be accepted or thought well, but I just want to try. Okay? What are you drafting? I'm drafting my ideas concisely and precisely. I'm drafting the layout of the room. I am drafting the piece. 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 What are you drafting? What are you drafting? What are you drafting? What are you drafting? I'd like to finish drafting my idea by Friday. I'd like to finish drafting my idea concisely by Sunday. Let's draft our ideas. Let's draft the itinerary. In the first place, let me draft the itinerary. In the first place, let me introduce myself to you. In the first place, let me draft the itinerary. Draft itinerary. In the first instance, let me draft itinerary. Drafted itinerary. I'm drafting the 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 itinerary. I'm drafting my ideas. I'm drafting the layout. I'm drafting the layout of the room. I'm drafting the piece. In the first place, I'd like to draft the piece. I'd like to draft my piece regarding sadness. I'd like to draft my piece expressing my 4 emotions: happiness, sadness, anger, and depression. The high school baseball player was drafted into the team, one of the most famous Japanese baseball team. The high school baseball player was drafted into the team. The high school baseball player was drafted to the team. What are you making a draft? What are you making a draft of? Make a draft. Make a draft. Make a draft. Make a draft. let's draft the plan. 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 Draft the plan. Let's draft the plan. Let's draft the plan. Let's draft the plan. Who drafted the plan? Who drafted the layout? I'd like to know who drafted the plan. Who drafted the plan? Who drafted the plan? Who drafted the plan? I'd like to know who drafted the plan. Drafted the plan. Drafted the plan. Who drafted the plan? I'd like to know who drafted the plan. Who drafted the plan? Who drafted the itinerary? 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 Itinerary. Who drafted the itinerary? 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 Draft. I'd like to test if my idea works. I'd like to test if my idea works. I'd like to test the battery can last for 24 hours. I'd like to test whether the battery can last 24 hours before the travel. I will test tomorrow. It will be tested tomorrow. Let's test tomorrow. Let's test tomorrow. Today, let's hit the sack. How did it go? How did the test go? How did the test go? A test drive. Can I try a test drive? Can I try a test drive? Sure. How much is the test drive? Does it cost? Does the test drive cost? Does the test drive cost? How much is the test drive? Can I have a 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 test drive? Test drive. A test drive. Can I have a test drive? 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 A test drive. A test drive. I found both merits and demerits during the test drive. I was seen driving a car during the test drive. Many pedestrians look at us during the test drive. A test drive. Test drive. A 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 test drive. During the test drive. Can I have a test drive of the car? Can I have a test drive of the car? How big is your monitor? My monitor is 24 inches. My monitor for the PC is 24 inches. Security cameras are monitoring around my house. The security cameras are monitoring the parking space around the shopping street, around the store, grocery store. The security cameras are monitoring the parking lot of the shop. The security cameras are monitoring the parking space from set up on the store. The security cameras established, equipped on the wall of the shop are monitoring the parking lot 24 hours. The security cameras attached to the wall of the shopping center are monitoring the parking space 24 hours. The security guards are monitoring at the entrance of the palace. The facility is monitored 24 hours. I'd like to buy a new monitor for my PC because my current one is 15 years old. There are some problems with the monitor now, so I'd like to buy a new one. At present, I'm using the 15-year-old screen. 15-year-old screen. At present, I'm using a 15-year-old screen. At present, at the moment, for now. Let's forego bonuses for now. Let's do without lunchtime for now. Let's forego extra chairs 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 for now. Let's do without extra chairs for now. Let's do without extra chairs for now. Let's do without extra chairs for now. At present, I'm out of work. I'm out of work. I'm out of job. At present, I'm out of work. At present, I am out of work. At present, I am out of work. At present, I am out of work. At the moment, I am out of work. At present, I am out of work. The ladder leaned because it was not set up in place. I changed the position of my glasses because it was not put in place. Please put the bricks in place, otherwise it will collapse. Please set up your TV on the board in place, otherwise it might collapse. It might fall. There is no knowing whether the festivals will be in place or not. There is no knowing whether the event will be in place on schedule. Weather permitting, the festival will be in place on schedule. If the weather permits, the festival will be in place. Weather permitting, the festival will be in place. Please hang the painting in place, otherwise it might fall. Please set up the painting on the wall in place. Please set the painting on the wall. Please hang the painting on the wall in place, otherwise it might fall. Please set the painting on the wall in place so that it won't fall off. So that it won't fall off the wall. In order that it won't fall. In order that it won't fall. In order that it won't fall. In place. It all depends on the discretion of the governor whether or not the festival will be in place. It's up to the discretion of the governor whether or not the festival will be in place. It's all up to you whether the event will be in place. It's all up to the mood of the boss whether or not the company picnic will be in place. It all depends on the mood of the boss whether the party will be in place. Many events were not in place last year. Many events were not in place during the pandemic. Many events were not in place in 2020. Many events were not in place in 2020. More events started to be in place after the gradually. More events started to be in place gradually. More events started to resume and in place. More events started to resume and be in place gradually. More events started to revive and be in place. More events started to be in place. More events started to be in place after the beginning of the pandemic. And since the beginning of the pandemic. More events started to be in place after the beginning of the pandemic. More events started to be in place and since the beginning of after the beginning of the pandemic recently. More events started to be in place recently after the beginning of the pandemic. In place, in place, in place, in place, in place. No one can be in place of me. No one can be in place of me. No one can take the place of me. So if I am absent from the work, no one can do the same job. No one can do the same duty. No one can take the place of me. No one can be in place of me. Can I use margarine in place of butter? Can I use margarine in place of butter? Can I use butter in place of oil? 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 Shall we go to Okinawa in place of Hawaii? Shall we go to Hokkaido in place of Okinawa? Let's go to Okinawa in place of Hokkaido, shall we? Let's go to Hokkaido in place of Okinawa, shall we? Please. Please buy Coke in place of Pepsi. Will you? And will you buy the Coke in place of Pepsi? And will you buy Coca-Cola in place of Pepsi? Would you buy Coca-Cola in place of Pepsi? Could you buy Coca-Cola in place of Pepsi? I used to arrive at the train station early in the morning to secure good seat. As far as I know, the famous vocalist of the band used to arrive at the train station early in the morning in order to get seat, in order to secure a good seat. The passenger rushed to the ferry in order to secure seats. The passengers of the ferry rushed into the inside to secure the seats. The staff could not remove the bicycle attached to secured to the fence with a chain. Did you also used to reach the train station in order to secure seats? The passengers rushed to the ferry in order to secure seats. Thanks to the development of new technology, the work secured. The procedure secured. The work secured thanks to the machine operating the duty. The work secured thanks to the machine producing the production. The work secured. I hope the society will secure with the new technology. Thanks to the street light, walking in the street secured. Thanks to the street lights, walking in the street secured. And thanks to the street lights, walking in the street secured. Walking in the street secured. Thanks to the street lights, walking in the street secured. 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 Thanks to the street lights, walking in the street secured. Thanks to the street lights, walking in the street secured. 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 Thanks to the street lights, walking in the street secured. Thanks to the development of the machine, the work secured very much. The work secured very much. Thanks to the development of new technology, the work secured. The work has secured. Although the new technologies are developed, there are many work which are not secured. Which not secured yet. Although the technologies are developed, there are many work, there are many jobs which do not secure, which hasn't secured. Thanks to the street lights, walking in the street secured. Thanks to the street lights, walking in the region secured. Thanks to the street lights, walking in the region secured. Thanks to the street lights, walking in the town secured. As the locals put it, we should take the secure route to the destination. As the locals put it, we should take the secure route to the destination. Secure route to the destination. As the locals put it, we should take the secure route to the destination. Secure. Most of the people will take the secure route in life and avoid challenging something great, something crazy, something big. Most of the people will avoid challenging something great, something big, and take the secure route in life. Most of the people will take a secure route in life. Secure. Most of the people will take the secure route. Most of the people will choose the secure route in life. Most of the people will choose the secure route. Secure route. Secure, secure, secure. Most of the people will choose the secure route. Secure route in life. Most of the people will choose the secure route in life. Most of the people will choose the secure route. Most of the people will choose the secure route in life. Most of the people will choose the secure route. Most of the people will choose the secure route in life. Most of the people will choose the secure route in life. Most of the people will choose the secure route in life. Let's take the secure route to the destination. We don't have to take the dangerous route just because it is 10 or 15 minutes earlier, faster. Just because it is 10 or 15 minutes faster than the other routes. Just because it is 10 or 15 minutes faster than arrive. Faster to arrive than other routes, the other routes. Let's take the secure route. Not the dangerous route, just because it is 10 or 15 minutes faster to arrive than the other routes. I should have dried foot on outside today because it's very sunny. And according to the weather forecast, it will turn cloudy from noon tomorrow. But it's okay. I will dry my foot on outside in the near future. Maybe 2 or 3 days later. Are there security cameras for security reasons on your house? Do you think I should put the security camera on the wall of my house? Do you think I should set up some security cameras around my house? Do you think I should set up, hang security cameras around my house for security reasons? Do you think I should put the security cameras around my house? Do you think I should put Do you think I should set up the security cameras around my house? The security guards oversee surveil 24 hours by turns. The security guards around the palace patrol. The security guards in front of the shop monitor the parking lot 24 hours by turns. National security. More budget was allocated to the Defense Ministry for the national security. National security. What are written in the national security? What are included in the national security? What will be done when something happens? National security. What are included in the national security? What are included in the national security? What are included in the national security? National security. National security. National security. National security. No threat to the national security is allowed. No threat to the national security is allowed. More budget was allocated to the Defense Ministry for national security. I hope that whenever the plane arrives at the airport securely, I appreciate it. Whenever I take a plane, I pray for the safety and arriving at the destination securely. Whenever I take a plane, I pray for the safety and arriving at the airport securely. Whenever I take a plane, I pray for the safety and arriving at the destination safely, securely. Whenever I take a plane, I pray for the safety and arriving at the airport securely. Whenever I take a train, I pray for arriving at the airport securely. Whenever I take a plane, I pray for arriving at the airport securely. Whenever I take a plane, I pray for arriving at the airport securely. The order The merchandises I ordered online were securely delivered to my house. The orders I take orders were delivered to my house securely. The merchandises I ordered online securely delivered were securely delivered to my house. The merchandises I ordered from online were delivered to my house securely, 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 securely. The refugees were rescued securely by the rescuers. The national pleasure was sent safely, delivered securely, securely. The national treasures were delivered securely, 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 securely. Securely. I appreciate it that I could come back from the trip securely. I appreciate that I could go back to my house securely. I appreciate that I could go back to my house. I came back to my house securely. Securely. Whenever I take a plane, I pray for arriving at the airport securely. 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 The staff is checked. The seat belts were fastened securely before the start of the attraction. The staff are checking if the seat belts are fastened securely of all trains, all cars of the attraction. The staff is checked whether all of the seat belts were fastened securely before the start of the attraction, roller coaster. The staffs are checking if the seat belts are fastened securely before the start of the roller coaster. Which transportation did you use for your travel? I took almost everything. Ferry, bus, and plane. Oh my god. Many transportations will be automated in the future. More and more transportations will be automated. I took the automated transportation at the airport. The train was operated automatically. The train I took the airport was automated. The train I took at the airport was operated automatically. The refugees was transported, extradited, patriated. The criminals were extradited. What are they transporting? The merchandise I ordered from the online will be transported as early as tomorrow. The transport will take time more than usual, especially during the peak seasons, like New Year Eve and New Year. The transport will take more time than usual when it is peak season. The transport will take more time than usual when it is in peak seasons. Which transport did you use? Which transporting company did you use? Which transporter did you use? Which transporter did you use? Due to the mistake of the transporter, there was some alcohols in the product. Due to the failure and the mistake of the transporter, there was some alcohols and cracks in the product. It was insured. By the transporter. It was guaranteed, warranted, insured, guaranteed. Transporter. I usually take bus as a transporter to save money. I usually choose a bus as a transporter for my travel because it is cheap, reasonable. I usually choose a bus for my travel as a transporter. I usually choose a bus as a transporter for my travel. I usually choose a bus as a transporter for my travel because it is cheap. Transporter. 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 Many transporters raised its prices. Transportation fees. Many transporters increased its fares. Some transporters increased the fares. Some transporters raised the fares. Some transporters increased its fares. Some transporters increased its fares. Some transporters raised fares. We are waiting for the rain to be eased. We are waiting for the rain to ease. The painkiller eased the pain. on my neck. The medicine didn't work enough to ease my sore throat. The medicine didn't work enough to ease my sore throat. The painkiller eased the pain on my left neck. With time, the rain will ease. We are waiting for the rain to ease under the eave. I'm waiting for the rain to ease at my house. If the weather forecast is correct, it will be sunny from noon. The border measures are being eased. The border measures are being eased. The heavy rain is easing. The heavy rain is easing. The exponential coldness will be eased tomorrow. According to the weather forecast, the exponential coldness will ease tomorrow. I feel at ease the most. I feel at ease the most when I'm with you. When I'm with you, I feel at ease the most. At ease. At ease. I feel at ease the most in my room. I feel at ease most when I'm alone. Do you feel at ease the most when you are alone or with people? Do you feel at ease the most when you are alone or with people? Do you feel at ease the most? Do you feel at ease the most when you are alone or with people? I usually feel at ease the most when I'm alone. While I was at ease in my room, the ambulance passed by my house. While I was at ease in the bathroom, the earthquake happened. When I was at ease at the living room after taking a bath, I got an immediate call from my boss. I got the emergency call from my boss, forcing me to go back to the work. While I was at ease at the living room after taking a shower, I got an emergency call from my boss, forcing me to go back to the office again. At ease. At ease. I got happy when she told me that she felt the happiest and at ease when she was with me. I got happy when I heard that I got happy when she said that she felt at ease the most. She felt at ease the most. She felt at ease the most. She felt at ease the most when she was with me. I got happy when she said that she felt at ease the most when she was with me. I felt happiest. I felt happy when she said that she was at ease the most when she was with me. At ease. In order to avoid congestion, in order to avoid the congestion, I left my house 30 minutes earlier than usual. In order to avoid the congestion, I got up 5 o'clock a.m. and arrived at the famous tourist spot at 5:30 a.m. There was no one except for those taking a walk with a dog. In order to avoid the congestion, I arrived at the famous tourist spot at 6 o'clock a.m. There were no one except for those walking with the pet dogs. The sudden appearance of the idol congested the train station, congested the train station, congested the train station, congested the train station, congested the train station. The newly established shopping mall is congesting the area all the time. The newly established shopping mall congests the area. The newly established shopping mall is congesting the area every time, all the times. The newly established shopping mall is congesting the area all the times, except for midnight. I'm not sure what is congesting the area. I'm not sure what is congesting this road today. Is something held nearby? Is something held nearby? I'm not sure why it is so crowded today. I'm not sure why it is congested today. I don't know what is congesting the road today. I'm not sure what is congesting the road today. I'm not sure what is congesting the road today. I'm not sure what is congesting the road today. I'm not sure what is congesting the road today. I'm not sure what is congesting the road today. I'm not sure what is congesting the road today. No matter when you go to the restaurant, you'll find the restaurant congested with people all the times. No matter when you go to the restaurant, you'll find the restaurant congested with people, customers. No matter when you go to the restaurant, you will find the restaurant congested with customers. Whenever I went to the amusement park, it was congested. Whenever I went to the amusement park, it was congested with customers. I heard the news of I watched the news in which the famous tourist spots were very quiet, although it was congested with tourists all the times, which made me sad. I watched a news in which the famous tourist spots were quiet with less tourists during the pandemic, although the tourist spots were congested with tourists all the times. I watched a news featuring the quiet tourist spots used to be congested with tourists all the times. I watched a news featuring the quiet tourist spots used to be congested with tourists. What are you compiling? It takes some time for me to compile the video. I'm compiling my video now. 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 It will take some time. It will take time to finish compiling. It will take time for me to finish compiling. It will some time for me to finish compiling the video. It will take time for me to finish compiling the video. It will take some time for me to finish compiling the videos. What are you compiling? Does it take so time to finish compiling the video? Does it take so time? Does it take so long time to finish compiling the video? Does it take so long time to finish compiling the video? I'm waiting for the guideline for 2023 to be released, come out, announced. I'm waiting for the guideline for 2023 to be announced. I'm waiting for the new guideline for 2023 to be released. I'm waiting for the guideline to come out. I'm waiting for the guideline for 2023 to be released, announced. I'm not permitted to enter the facility. Only the staff are permitted to enter the facility. I was permitted to enter the facility to deliver the goods. I was permitted to enter the facility to deliver the goods. Bringing flammable items into the cabin is not permitted. Admitted. Allowed. Bringing flammable items into the cabin is not permitted. If the weather permits, the event will be held. The event will be in place on schedule. The conditions terms. The condition permitting. I'd like to accept the offer. Conditions permitting. Conditions permitting, I'd like to accept the offer. Condition and terms permitting, I'd like to accept the offer. If the time permits, I'd like to join the party. Time permitting, I'd like to study today. If the time permits, I'd like to stop by your branch office. Drop by your branch office. Drop in at your branch office. Stop by, drop in at your branch office. If the time permits, I'd like to stop by your branch office. If the time permits, I'd like to have a lunch at the newly established cafe. Time permitting, I'd like to have a lunch at the cafe. Newly established cafe, newly opened cafe. Time permitting, I'd like to have a lunch at the newly opened cafe. If the time permits, I'd like to have a lunch at the newly established cafe nearby. Weather permitting, I will enjoy baseball game outside. If the weather permits, I'd like to enjoy catchballs with my friend. If the weather permits, the sports meeting will be in place on schedule. If the weather permits, the sports meeting will be in place on schedule. If the conditions permit, I'd like to accept the offer. If the terms permits, I'd like to accept the offer. The conditions permitting, I'd like to accept the offer. The terms match to me, my ideal, I'd like to accept the offer. The terms matching to my ideal, I'd like to accept the offer. If the terms If the terms match my idea, I'd like to accept the offer. If the terms match my idea up to 80%, I would accept the offer. The conditions and terms permitting. The condition and terms matching my idea at least 80%, at least up to 80%, I would accept the offer. If the terms match my idea at least 80%, I will accept the offer. If the condition and the terms match my idea at least 80%, I will accept the offer. Proceeding along the riverbank, I saw a couple of fish jumping off the water. It being on Monday, the hair salon was closed. Being on Monday, the hair salon was closed. Because it was on Monday, the hair salon was closed. You cannot operate the machine without permission. Could you show me the permission that you can enter the facility? Could you show me the permission? I've got the permission from my boss that I can research what I have wanted to do since a long time ago. I've got the permission to start the research which I have wanted to do for a very long time ago. For a long time. I've got the permission to do the research which I have wanted to do for a long time. I've got the permission from my boss that I can do the research which I have wanted to do for a long time. Good luck. Okay, I will finish speaking here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. See you.